I've really been looking forward to this next segment. I'd like to introduce you to Maria Bleacher. You have your own farmers insurance agency.
Yes,
welcome to the show.
Thank you very much.
And
Glad
welcome
to be here.
as a sponsor. I think it's absolutely great. You know, when people think about insurance, same thing with mortgages, because I've said this to Jerome and other mortgage experts over the years, it really is a fascinating subject. And just the word insurance, I think, turns a lot of people off, and it shouldn't, because there are so many aspects and facets to different types of insurance that people know absolutely nothing about.
That's absolutely correct.
Okay, so tell us first, before we start, tell us a little bit about your particular agency.
Our agency is located at 2880 South Jones, just right down the street from the sixth step class, actually. And we have a wonderful, customer-friendly staff with well over 40 years' experience in the insurance business.
Good. Okay. You wrote out questions that I think were 10 times more interesting than if I had written them out. But your first one really hits the nail on the head. What kind of homeowner's insurance do I need?
Good question.
Okay.
Good question. I hear it all the time. For your primary residence, where the home where you will live,
Right.
You need an excellent protection package similar to our next generation policy that rolled out in March. Something that gives you extended replacement cost on your dwelling in case of construction increases. You need, this package is so good it even includes identity theft protection.
Okay, let's go back to next generation. What, can you be a little bit more explicit about that part?
That's Farmer's name for their
Okay,
new
I
homeowner
got
product. And it includes a package of coverages, your dwelling, the personal property, all the possessions that you have in your home. It includes separate structures, such as your stucco walls, a detached garage. It includes liability insurance, and I always suggest to my clients that the more liability insurance they can afford, the better off they are, and that you can select the deductible that's appropriate to your style and your price range.
You mentioned identity theft. Is that somebody who comes into your house, gets your wallet, takes your Social Security card and your driver's license and does it? Or is this identity theft that could happen over the phone, or what?
All of the above.
Okay.
All of the above. Whether they steal your identity off the internet, through stealing your mail, any of those situations is covered in this homeowner package.
Are there deductibles that are different from the standard homeowner's insurance, or is that built into the package?
The deductibles only apply to property coverage, so
Okay.
all other coverages are without a deductible.
Okay, good, Artie. Your next question next thing was, we're still talking about homeowner's insurance. You mentioned condo and townhome, interior. You mentioned your landlord protector, condo rented to others, and the renter's insurance often overlooked. Why don't we get into that?
Excellent.
Okay.
Many people purchase condos and understand that they have an HOA policy that covers the actual building. What they fail to understand is that HOA policy ends at the drywall. So as a condo owner, you're responsible for covering everything from the drywall in. Your countertops, your fixtures, your cabinets, your floor coverings. All of those things are not covered in an HOA typical master policy. You need an additional policy for that, which will also protect your personal property. If you are a landlord and you're renting your home out to other people, you need a landlord policy that gives you special protection as a landlord. And then you also need to make sure that your tenants have a renter's policy. That will give you a layer of protection. If someone comes into that home and they get hurt, the renters will list you as an additional insured on that policy.
Now, you mentioned the landlord having a policy. What does that cover? Does that cover damage? Does that cover, what does it cover as far as the landlord being protected? It
covers all the typical coverages that you would have in a homeowner policy, but it also protects you when you're renting that home out in a liability situation.
When somebody buys a new or resale home, it's almost common practice that the realtor or the builder recommends that they have homeowners insurance. But you're buying a condo, and if you also buy a new condo or a resale condo, don't they recommend to the people that, just to be on the safe
Not
side?
nearly as often as they should. Not nearly as often as they should. And many people just overlook it and think they're already covered by the association, and they're not.
Homeowners insurance is not really that expensive, is it?
It's a great, great deal for what's provided. And again, I'll mention that we do extended replacement costs. So if we value your dwelling at $500,000, you can get up to 150% additional for that. If a hurricane happens and construction costs go up, for example, this gives you the coverage.
Okay, questions that everybody has always asked of an insurance agent. A house is written up, and you say the value of the house is $300,000, and just let's say the market upturns to $325,000. Do you go back, or how is that adjustment covered in the year 2, 3, or 4 where the house appreciates?
Good question. Good question. What we base our coverage on in insurance is not market value, because many times when the market increases, your property value increases, but the cost to rebuild your home might not. So what we do is we collect all the facts on your home, we run it through reconstruction software, so we actually put in the square footages, the details about the kitchen and the baths. We come up with a number that it would take to rebuild your home. Those numbers are updated every year, so as construction costs adjust, we adjust the value of your home. In addition, Farmers goes out and inspects every single home we write to make sure the details are correct, that the house is covered to value. And then a third thing that we can do, and I do this for lots of my clients, is we add an interior inspection discount to the homeowner policy. Saves the homeowner 10% the first year. Our inspector comes out, goes through the house completely, and makes sure that all of the details are up to speed, they're correct, and the house is actually insured for proper value.
And then when that is done, our time is about up, it would be conducive to the homeowner to take pictures, would it not?
Absolutely. I tell all of my clients,
yeah,
take pictures of everything, especially your personal property. Get in the closet, get pictures of the clothing, the labels, you name it. If you want me to store it, I'll store it in my office in your file.
You're a good person. Okay, our time is up. We didn't get to those, which means that you get to come back on.
Wonderful. I look forward
and cover
to
those
it.
others, because it really is an interesting subject. Thank you. I need a telephone number and I need a website.
Excellent. Phone number is 477-7776. Website is www.vegasinsurance.net.
Easy. Thank you.
My pleasure.
Commercial time, and then another very interesting segment.